Hey everybody, it's Andy's free guitar chart videos here, and we're going to do a short lesson because I'm expecting, I started a little late today. I'm expecting the wife back home soon, so want to just run a short lesson, or maybe she got into something, but right here we have chart 247 that I made, which is pentatonic and tritonic major modal scale substitutions. I got down here a couple of notes for myself. It was a reference chart 164 and 246. It's interesting. 64 and 46 are the same number. That's kind of like guitar, isn't it? It's guitar theory, isn't it? So let's look at this. Down here we just have a generic fretboard with the string shapes labeled. The accidentals, if you looked at it as the key of C, the accidentals would have the string shape labels, and we know what the string shapes are. As a matter of fact, we can take a peek at the brand new chart that I started today that talks about, and this could help. It talks about the string shapes here. So it says string shape pattern stack, cage shape is the bottom string. So whatever string you start from, you go up 5 cage shapes. That's all it is. And there's a circle there, and they form a circle C, G, D, A, E, C. You know, we'll look at a circle. So the string shapes, this is just shown stacked up in the D shape because simply the D is on the bottom. If the A shape was on the bottom and the D was up here, we'd have the A shape. And then we'd run another D string up here because we have a 6-string guitar, so the bottom string and the top strings are the same. And they're also perfectly lined up for us. The reason that is because every 5 strings here, or 6 strings, the stack goes over to the left one. So no matter what string we start here, no matter what string we start on, okay, we're always going to bring the stack over the top 2 strings because of the tuning warp. So it's the third right here between the G and the B. Okay, so we're always going to have the top 2 strings brought over to the right. So let's look at it in the case of the C box. So first thing we're going to do is not look at this, much of it, and we're just going to look at the C box. Okay, now we already have our 6th string. So we've gone the full circle from C to C like that. Alright, so here I've drawn our string shaped circle here. So we start on C and go to G, D, A, E. So we go C, G, D, A, E, and then back to C again. We put a C on top. Doesn't matter where we started the stack. Now, why is the bottom and the top string not exactly the same yet? When on the guitar, if I start 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, right here, these 2 strings are the same. These 2 notes are the same. They're a couple of octaves different, but they're the same note. That's important on guitar. It's because of the tuning third. So we have mostly P4 tuning for the bottom 4 strings, and then we have P3 tuning between the 4th and the 5th string from the top, and then we have P4 tuning again. So what we're going to do here is move this over to adjust for that tuning difference. Okay, so any way you stack them, any way you stack 6 of them from that pattern stack, and these are the short what we call the short patterns. We have some longer patterns, but we'll get into them again. We get into them, then you want to get out of them again. But then we'll get into both of them as the course progresses. As the subject progresses. So this is why we have the exact same thing on the top and bottom string, because we have a tuning third right here. So from 5 to 7, 5, 7 is only a regular third there. Okay? Zooming out again, so we have a pattern stack here. Okay, the normal pattern stack, and so these are going to be our string shapes, and I'm going to use this a little bit more before we go back to the diagram, because we got some stuff to do. So these are the string shapes as they stack up from the D form. So as you can see, after 4, starting from the 2 here, 3, 5, 7, 3, then we have to move the 6 over. Okay. In this particular case, with the D shape here, they have not been. This is not been warped yet, so we would have to move these guys over to get our D shape there. Alright, it gets a little tricky when has it been warped, has it not been warped? So then you have to check for a regular chord shape, which usually is root 2, 3. Okay, so here's our D shape in the particular, because the bottom string is going to be the cage shape. The bottom string D shape is the cage shape, so we have 5 root 3 right there, second inversion. That's our D shape there. If we called E the second, this is your E, let's say, it would be this, 5 root 3. Okay, so there's your F sharp there, kind of a flat one. And so what's going on here in this particular, this is the new chart, so we're not going to get too far into it, but the basis for all this now becomes simply these numbers and these letters, and I'm calling them cage shape. Diatonic means that's the everything. Everything. All the ivories. Sorry if you're just hearing this clunking sound down there. I'll have to work on that. So G is 6, 7 root, C is 3, 4, 5, E is 7 root 2, whatever key you're in, If you're in the key of B flat, 6, 7 root would be what? It would be G, A, B flat. Guitar, please. Okay, well, I have a low G down here in the D shape. Okay, go up 2 cages from there, so we have D goes to C and caged. Like that, the C shape would be like this, and then you do this wonderful strumming of the C sound. You can say, why am I doing this and not doing a wonderful song? I don't know. Then the word cage, C goes to the A. So we'll be doing an A-shaped B flat right here. Okay, 6, 7 root is the G string on that. Now let's look at our A shape. So we have, basically we have a 5, 6 on the bottom. So that's going to be the 5th and the 6th of B flat. That's F and G right here. So that, therefore.